purification is extremely, extremely important. If you plant your seeds on the ground that is filled with weeds, what will happen? The weeds will cover up the seed, right? And nothing much will come out of it. Right or wrong?
Right.
That weed are your weaknesses. Your weaknesses. You have to eradicate your weaknesses systematically for the next 2-3 years. Unless you eradicate these weaknesses within you, you will not progress. The way to eradicate this weakness is to spend 10-15 minutes a day, every day without exception, at a specific time. You meditate on what you have done the whole day, including the mistakes. Whatever mistake you have done, you erase it, and you make a firm resolution, you will be doing the right thing. You will be doing the right thing. Without self-purification, there is no progress. Without self-purification, there is no progress. Sometimes, you may invoke for the blessing of God, the blessing of the great ones, the blessing of Lord Mahakritimeling, and others to help you remove certain weaknesses. Okay, to make you understand. Okay, it's like this. You say, God the will. Will. Love. Intelligence. Omnipotence. Omniprovidence. Omniscience. So you are made in God's image. You have will, love, and intelligence also. So the virtues and the weaknesses are connected with these three qualities. What did I say? The virtues and the weaknesses are connected with these three qualities. Since you are capable of feeling and loving, so what is the virtue? Loving. You say loving kindness. First insults. Listen. Why start with the thought and emotion? Thoughts and emotions are the seeds. What you sow, you harvest. What you sow, you harvest. If your thought and emotion are wholesome, what comes out of your mouth and what comes out of your action will be loving kindness and wholesome. Clear? Good thoughts, good emotions beget good words, good action. The thought and the emotions are the seeds. Loving kindness in thoughts, in words, beget loving kindness in words, loving kindness in action. Clear? So you have to start with what is inside your mind, what you feel, what you think. Are they wholesome? Are they good? Do they correspond to the love aspect within you? Loving kindness. You have to avoid wickedness. You have to avoid wickedness, maliciousness, anger, hatred, unnecessary violence. Is that clear?
Yes.
You have to be careful. If your thoughts, your emotion is that of unjustifiable aggression just for the sake of aggression, because it is enjoyable, what comes out of your mouth will be aggressive. What comes out of your email to your finger will be aggressive. You will not have peace. Goodness begets goodness. Violence, hatred begets violence and hatred. What's what you think? What's what you say? Because those are the, you say seeds. And what are the fruits? Your speech and your action. Clear? That is the first virtue that you have to master for the next 3 months. The guideline is goodness begets goodness. Wickedness begets wickedness. As simple as that. What you sow with your mind, with your emotion, you will harvest it verbally and physically. As simple as that. Just observe what you plant. Because whatever you plant, that is what you're going to harvest. There are different levels of truth. There are different levels of truth. If you physically show kindness or generosity, you will harvest prosperity. Okay? That is one level of understanding what you sow, you reap. That is one level of understanding of what you sow, you reap. Okay? Another higher level is what you sow in the inner world with your thought and your emotion, you will harvest verbally and physically, not only in action but in your life. So you have to be careful with what you think. Now, listen and listen very carefully. You have to practice every day inner reflection. Inner reflection. Why do you have to practice inner reflection? When you practice inner reflection, you become aware. You become aware of what you have been, or not exactly completely aware, but partially aware of what you have been the whole day. Without awareness, there is no inner transformation. Without awareness, there is no inner transformation. Without inner reflection, there will be no awareness. Without awareness, you will not have inner purification and character building. So this is what you have to do. Every morning, before you take your bath, you sit down for 5-10 minutes. Don't do any meditation. Just do inner reflection and firm resolution. You just meditate what I did. What did I do the whole day yesterday? Was my thoughts and my emotions kind? Or did I think of getting even? Was I always criticizing? Was I thinking of saying nasty thing to this person just to get even? Am I even thinking of doing violence? Clear? Now, were the words that come out of your mouth the other day too harsh? Were your action a little bit too harsh in the office by banging the door, banging the table, throwing things left and right? After that, you make the correction. You make the
correction.
How do you develop awareness? By? Ask the person beside you. By?
Inner reflection.
Inner reflections. Without awareness, without inner reflection or awareness, will you be able to transform yourself?
No.
That is exactly the problem. What do you do in the morning before you take your shower? Inner reflection and firm resolution. Follow the instruction to the letter for the next 3 years. Your progress will be guaranteed. Did I say something?
Yes.
Follow the instruction to the letter for the next 3 years. Your progress will be guaranteed. Without that, you will fall. Without that, you will fall. Why is that? You know, in ancient time, in the Bible, the shepherd, the word shepherd, was a symbol for students who has access to the inner teachings, who has access to the inner teaching. But some of these students, because they did not practice character building thoroughly, what they do is they misuse their power. They misuse their power. This is symbolized in the book of Exodus when the 7 daughters were raped by the shepherd. Means the students misuse their internal power symbolized by the 7 daughters. So it means that they become not very good people. In order to progress, you must really eradicate whatever weaknesses within you. No eradication of weaknesses, no progress. Clear?
Yes, clear.
The effect of anger is criticism. The effect of anger is criticism or finding fault. When you're angry at somebody, you will know that you're angry at this person because mentally you're constantly finding fault, verbally finding fault. Did I say something?
Yes.
Your child is imperfect, but you do not find fault in your child because you have so much love. Clear?
Yes.
But when you don't like somebody, you're angry at the person, you will either internally, constantly, regularly try to find fault, either verbally find fault and criticize. Think. Recall. Who are you angry? Who are you constantly criticizing? Finding fault. You think it is justifiable, right? But look deep within you, be honest. Were you angry at this person? The solution is forgiveness, loving kindness, accept them as they are. Everybody grows at a certain pace. Shall we continue?
Yes.
The effect of hatred is maliciousness and vindictiveness. The effect of hatred is maliciousness and vindictiveness. Do you at a certain point in your life wanted to destroy somebody? Think. Think. You don't have to tell anybody. That desire to destroy somebody is a result of hatred. The fruit is maliciousness, vindictiveness. Is that clear?
Yes.
What is the effect of disintegrating anger and hatred? Bigger spiritual cord, peace, greater healing power, and greater success.